Hello and welcome back to this online CFD course from FluidXAV, electronic cooling CFD simulation in Ansys Fluent. In the previous session, we create our geometry inside the SpaceClaim, and in this session, part 2 of this course, I will show you how we can extract the volume inside actually this enclosure via the DesignModeler. So without any further delay, let's get started. So first of all, I will open one workbench and then import the geometry from the SpaceClaim to here. So I will go to the file and select the import, and then I can select this SpaceClaim file, press on open, and then you will see we have this geometry here. I can save the project and I can call it as, for example, electronic cooling for name of this project. Save the project, then I will open this geometry in the DesignModeler. So it's still saving. After that, I will right click on this geometry and then select this option, edit geometry in the DesignModeler. Otherwise, it will be open in the default mode, which is a SpaceClaim here. So I will select DesignModeler and wait for a few seconds. Okay, now I need to press on the generate button, but before that I will go to the unit and change the length unit from meter to inch, and then simply press on the generate button. Then I have the geometry here in the DesignModeler, and you will see all the components imported here. So the next step is for us to create a flow geometry. The air is going to flow through the inside of the box. However, we need to create a geometry for this empty space in order for the software to be able to calculate the solution. So we will accomplish this by creating some caps, then using those caps to create fill. We need to create caps for the 2 inlet holes here, and also the 2 outlet holes here in this side, and all 16 connection holes, which is in this plane and the rear side of this plane. So in order to create a cap, a cavity is actually identified by faces, and the software will fill the cavity with the material. So to do so, I will go to the tools and then select the fill option. Then you can write one name. I will call it as caps. I will keep this by cavity, and then under the face I will click here, and then I need to select all these faces around the each hole. So I will select one and then hold the control key and select one by one by holding the control key. I need to select all these faces to create caps for all of them. Now I will rotate the view, zoom in a little bit here, and still holding the control key and select one by one all of these parts, the faces inside of each hole. So in total I will have and finally this one, and then press apply. So you will see I have 20 faces, and after that I can press on the generate and the caps will be created here. So if I press here, you will see all of these holes filled by some caps. So using these caps, I can extract the volume inside this enclosure in the DesignModeler. So next we need to create fill geometry. Once again, go to tools and then use again fill. And in the name, this time I will call it as flow geometry, and extraction type I can actually change it by caps. So I will keep all these options here and then press on the generate and wait for a few seconds. So the flow geometry has been actually created inside DesignModeler. I will press on the isometric view. So now I have this flow geometry. I can suppress actually all the solid bodies and then press on the flow geometry. So you will see all of this part related to the fluid flow, and then I will unsuppress all body again. So I have this flow geometry now here. And as you can see, we have 39 parts here. Then I will select all of these parts and then right click, and then here I will select form new part, and then all of these parts will go to the parts. I will use this one later for shared topology. So this step has been done here. So now I can close the design modeler and then save the workbench, and then finally connect this geometry to our Fluid Flow Fluent project. So I will use one Fluid Flow Fluent here. I will drag and drop it here, and then connect this geometry to the mesh simply by dragging here from geometry to the mesh. I will save it again, and in the next short part I will show you how we can actually generate the mesh in the Ansys meshing. So that's it for today, and thanks for watching.